Opportunity to welcome and introduce our guests on stage. Our principal, Ms. Deirdre DeAngelis, Assistant Principal of Guidance and Pupil Personnel Services, Carolyn Gannon, Assistant Principal of Mathematics and the Supervisor for the Math and Science Institute, Liliana Vendra, SLC Guidance Counselor, Danielle Collins, Senior Counselor, Donna LaShilligren, SLC Coordinator, Teresa Kutza, Commencement Speaker and English Teacher, Kenneth Broom, and I'm Janine Tagari, Coordinator of Student Activities. At this time, I would like to ask everyone to please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by junior MSI student Isabel Schickman.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, we're so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
You may be seated. I would like to call up commencement speaker, English teacher Kenneth Broom to say a few words.
Thank you, everyone, Principal DeAngelis, New Dorp's administration, fellow teachers, all faculty and staff, parents, guests, and of course, graduates. Thank you all, and it is quite the honor to be invited to speak at your commencement ceremony today. And it's really refreshing to finally speak to you guys again without having to start with, can you please turn your cameras on? This is great. Wow, what a year and a half it's been, huh? So many times I've thought about Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. You knew I'd talk about literature today, right? Anyway, the story is set in a world that's falling into darkness. Evil is on the horizon. And this little hobbit, Frodo Baggins, who's essentially tasked with saving the world, says, I wish none of this happened in my lifetime. And his wizard friend Gandalf says, well, so do I. And so do all who live to see such times. But that's not for them to decide. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that has been given to us. You know, I've thought about that scene a lot because at times it felt like our world was falling into darkness. Political division, civil unrest, COVID-19, and none of that was your decision. All you got to do was decide what you were going to do with the time that was given to you. And what did you decide to do? You went ahead and graduated high school in the midst of all of this. That alone is an unbelievable feat. And I feel so bad for your future children one day because they're not going to get away with anything. I mean, the minute they complain like about something in school, you're just going to throw the line at them. You think that's bad? I had to go to school during a plague. They're never winning an argument. But when I say you went ahead and graduated high school, I don't mean you just signed on every day and submitted your assignments, and that was all a part of it, but there was so much more than that. You know, I haven't met one person through all of this who said, wasn't it just a wonderful time to be alive? So I know every one of you at some point felt some kind of anxiety, nervousness, fear, disappointment, and trepidation. You know, each of us along this crazy journey we've been on, we tripped at some point. We lost our way, we dug ourselves into holes we didn't know if we'd get ourselves out of. And if all of that is true, I also know you're sitting here today because someone at some point came along and they helped give you a nudge. They provided you words of encouragement. They gave you a shoulder to lean on or to cry on for a bit. Maybe someone had to reach down and pick you up and carry you for a bit. And as crazy as it may sound, this just may be the most valuable lesson you learned here at Dorp High School. You see, you experienced something. You learned a lesson that never could be taught inside that building using a textbook. And that is on this path to achieving our goals, to finding our happiness, we need each other along the way. And it doesn't diminish any of the work you did as an individual, but it only validates that you understand the importance of investing in others, because they will invest in you. That's how you find success. Frodo saved the world. See, you don't have to read it now. Frodo saved the world because Gandalf was there for him and the Fellowship. Tony Stark had the Avengers. Luke had Han. Ross had Rachel. I can't believe I just actually gave you a Friends reference. The things I do for this group. So before we part ways, I'm going to give you one final homework assignment. Just remember, you invited me here. At some point today, and it has to be today, I want you to say thank you to someone that was there for you. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, come on, Vroom, isn't this our day? Aren't people supposed to say congratulations to us? And they will, because you deserve every bit of it. But my job has always been to help you shape your future, to make you just a little bit better today than you were yesterday. You know, today's ceremony is called the commencement. We think of it as the final paragraph of what is Dorp High School, but it's actually the introduction to your next chapter. So establish the central idea into your introduction and allow it to be the theme for the rest of your life. So on this commencement day for new beginnings, let's make sure we share our appreciation of each other. I want you at some point today to look someone in the eyes and say, thank you for being there for me. And if safe, offer a handshake or a hug. And I promise you, if you take the time to invest in each other, when the next dark period sneaks into your life, whether it's a personal issue or a global pandemic, you will come out okay. And you will realize just how fortunate you are. If you don't believe me, just turn around and look at those people sitting in the bleachers behind you. And in the end, folks, like Frodo, you will save the world. You'll help put these crazy days behind us. Because isn't this a bit of what our world needs right now? To listen to each other, to be there for each other. Folks, on behalf of the entire MSI family, I believe it is safe to say that it was a pleasure to work with each and every one of you. Congratulations, the best of luck, And as always, my friends, be well.
Please give a warm welcome to graduating seniors Jaylene Zapata and Veronica Sparacio, who will say a few words about the graduating class of 2021.
Good afternoon, fellow classmates, staff, teachers, and parents. Thank you for joining us here today on our special day. We're at the end of a long journey. I'm proud of us for being able to stand where we are and say that we did it. We made it. Saying that I am in the Math and Science Institute at Dorp High School is a statement that I say with pride. To think our naive freshman selves were just beginning this crazy journey 4 years ago. From walking into the North Wing the first day of our freshman year to Mrs. Kutz's medical issues class, nervously trying out for sports teams and joining clubs, to taking classes such as AP Biology and AP Calculus on Zoom or Google Meets, and celebrating our sports senior nights, I can proudly say that I couldn't imagine another high school experience outside of the Math and Science Institute. Prior to this past year, our challenges were similar to all other MSI students. We were faced with choosing a range of classes MSI offered that were aimed at helping students discover the subjects they were interested in and develop their skills in all academic areas. Many of us can account for the fact that we drove ourselves to take these difficult classes to become exceptional students who strive for excellence and knowledge. We learned how to collaborate and aid others in their academic endeavors through group projects or just simple conversations in class. We used to nervously talk about our grades on our papers for Mr. Broom's English class in the halls, or rush to get to Mr. Del Tacoma's pre-calculus exams. We passed our friends walking to class and sat with each other for lunch in the cafeteria, or studied hard for an exam in the library. Physical classrooms and learning centers were ingrained in our daily routines. Dorp High School and the North Wing were our second homes. Then the real challenge came. And while our junior year work remained on the bulletin boards in the empty hallways and classrooms in Dorp High School, we remained steadfast on our trajectory towards education and academic success by adapting to online learning, socializing through screens, and holding ourselves accountable at home. We can unequivocally say that this past year was an experience like no other. However, it left us with skills and stories that other generations lack. Even though we were no longer physically together, we all remained consistent in waking up for a virtual school day at 8 a.m., submitting assignments before 11:59 p.m., and reaching out to each other through class chats. Our excuses changed from the dog ate my homework to I'm sorry, Mr. Rendell, I was in class, but I must have missed the attendance form. And we are grateful for our teachers who accepted those excuses. And thankful to all our MSI teachers, guidance, and administration who continue to strive by ensuring every student within the program succeeded in ways that cater to our individual goals. Even if those goals didn't include math or science, the staff cared for everything in between. Their office hours were not only open for academic questions, but time spent asking questions on how we can improve as students and individuals. As a freshman, I thought I was entering an honors program different from any other SLC. But I am leaving knowing that what makes this program so special is security in a community of people who support you no matter what. I'll always remember Mr. Del Tacoma's motivational speeches throughout the year and Mrs. Bruno's check-ins with me during gym. In the end, being prepared by MSI for whatever the future holds is our reward for the long nights and many hours spent dedicated to our classes. Although this year didn't look the way we wanted or expected it to, we have come a long way from where we were 4 years ago, anticipating this exact day, this exact moment, and this exact accomplishment. Having the support and resources MSI provided us makes me confident that no matter what path all of us individually take, we are ready for a world that is awaiting us out there. As Jim Carrey once said, so many of us choose our path out of fear disguised as practicality. You can fail what you don't want, so you might as well take a chance on doing what you love. While we may have felt pressured to remain or take on a certain academic or career path, MSI taught us to do what we love and follow our dreams. So as I leave here today, I hope you pursue your desires and always yearn for more from life. Be who you want to be and chase happiness. Thank you for your time and attention. Congratulations to my fellow graduates of the class of 2021.
Good afternoon, esteemed faculty and families of my fellow MSI graduates. It's an honor to be here with you today. Although it may not feel like it, we're getting older. Time has flown by over the last 4 years, and we're on the verge of beginning a journey to an adult life. Whether that means going to college, living on your own, or starting a real job for the first time, we have all reached a pivotal point in our lives. Adulthood brings independence. However, it also comes with a lot of responsibility for our own lives. So, how will we know if we're making the right decisions? In MSI, we learned to pursue what we were interested in. Before New Dorp, we never had a lot of freedom to choose our own classes or what path we wished to take with our education. But in MSI, we were granted a choice. Whether you wanted to program a video game with Mrs. Lowe, or build a bridge in Mrs. Graziano's engineering class, or learn about the human body with Mrs. Kutza, the options were available to you. For the first time, we were able to choose what we wanted to learn and seek what interested us as individuals. So, in college, find something you're interested in and discover who or what you want to be. Take a class, join a club, and change your mind however many times you want. The only constant in life is change, so change your mind as many times as you deem necessary. Now's the time to discover yourself and what you want to accomplish in your future. Being the overachievers we are, sometimes it's hard to accept that we'll make mistakes. Maybe you forgot to study for that one pop quiz in Dr. Spindler's class. Maybe you didn't participate in that Socratic seminar out of fear of saying the wrong thing. Or maybe you didn't revise and check your essay for grammatical errors before submitting to Mr. Room. However, it's okay to make mistakes since we're growing and learning. Although you didn't study for that pop quiz, you definitely reviewed your notes and prepared for the exam. Even though you didn't speak out in the last class debate, you learned how critical it is to express your individual opinions. And surely you will check every future paper for proper grammar in college. Ultimately, it's okay to be wrong sometimes because we learn from our mistakes. As long as you always try your hardest and remember to try again, something good should come from it. At least that's what my mom says. Entering adulthood, it may be hard to remember where outsider support lies. In my own experience, I've always found it hard to seek help when I needed it. I was learning the fundamental theorem of calculus, and even though I was struggling, I didn't want to ask for help and admit I couldn't do something. However, it was only during Mr. Del Tacoma's tutoring sessions that I learned asking for help is far more sensible than silently struggling on my own. Additionally, the college application process was confusing to say the least. Thankfully, Mrs. Clark and Mrs. Collins offered their support through weekly calls on Tuesdays during the peak of the college application time. Being an MSI, I learned that it's important to ask for help if you need it. Majority of the time, people are on your side, so remember to have faith in yourself and the people around you. We may not always know if we're making the right decisions for sure, but the lessons we have learned during our 4 years together will help guide us in the right direction. New Dorp, I'll miss your cafeteria filled with scary bees, the annual MSI trips to the atrium, and your new track and field we waited 2 years for. But I look forward to the future that the Math and Science Institute has prepared me for. Goodbye for now, New Dorp, and thank you for preparing all of us for our futures. Congratulations, my fellow graduates.
At this time, I would like to acknowledge our Honor Key and Permanent Honor Roll students. Their names will be listed in our programs. Students receiving the Honor Key have maintained a 90 or better average throughout 4 terms of high school. Students receiving 2 Honor Keys have maintained a 90 or better average for all 8 terms of high school. Candidates listed on the Permanent Honor Roll have maintained a 90 average or better throughout their 4 years of high school. In addition, their names will be listed on the Permanent Honor Roll in New Dorp High School. I would like to call to the podium Assistant Principal Liliana Vendra to announce specialty awards.
Hello, everyone. Congratulations. If your name is called, please stand. Your awards will be given in your diploma envelope. It is with great pleasure to announce students who have received highest honors in each department. Please stand for recognition. Excellence in Physical Education, Bethany Wong. Excellence in Mathematics, Tiago Wu. Excellence in Science and Excellence in Social Studies, Veronica Sparaccio. High Academic Excellence, Veronica Sparaccio. Excellence, Jaylene Cepeda. This award is given to a student nominated by staff as being the senior who best exemplifies the spirit of our smaller learning community. The award goes to Jaylene Cepeda. Please stand for recognition. We have a very special group of seniors who have maintained perfect attendance throughout their 4 years at New Dorp High School. The Perfect Attendance Award goes to Raymond Chen, Jacob Chin, Nicholas Cordova Lore, Jad Ibrahim, Tegan Ka, Matthew Mestrangelo, Jean-Al Palmer, Monica Stackor, Sylvia Tabor, Samuel Tandilashibi, Serena Vo, Bethany Wong, and Tiago Wu.
It is with great pleasure to call up our principal, Ms. Deirdre DeAngelis, to say a few words.
So before I start, I have to tell, MSI hit the jackpot in decorating caps. You even kicked butts with the FADA, who's our fine arts program. Go MSI. I took accounts as we went through each SLC, so you did it. So good morning to the members of MSI, their families, the staff members, and congratulations to each and every one of you sitting here. It's a beautiful day that we have here today as we celebrate all that you have accomplished. I would like to welcome our New Dorp families, staff, friends, and special guests to New Dorp High School's 100th commencement exercise. As I began to think about the words that I would share with the class of 2021, I thought to myself, is it a coincidence that this class, a class that will go down in history for attending and completing high school during a global pandemic, would also be the centennial graduating class and the first class to graduate on this newly renovated, beautiful field? Well, I don't really believe in coincidences. I'm one of those that believe what's meant to be is meant to be. And I believe that this class was meant to be here, on this field right now, because they showed amazing strength, fortitude, perseverance, and grit during the last 471 days. You're meant to be here on this beautiful day. You're meant to be here on the 100th commencement exercise at New Dorp. And what a proud moment, and what an achievement. I'm so happy that our New Dorp family is here today to witness it, and the class of 2021, I applaud you. It has been a very emotional couple of weeks. There have been so many things happening at one time as we plan for the end-of-year activities for all the school year, a school year that has been challenging and so far from usual. But there was light at the end of this long tunnel, and it came in the form of the students and staff that returned to the building for graduation rehearsal. It felt kind of normal again for the first time in a really long time. And now today, looking out at all of you just fills my heart. To be able to provide all of you the opportunity to walk across this stage and receive your diploma, something that we did not expect just a few months ago, means the world to me. Today there's a sense of accomplishment in the air. I believe that it comes from standing strong and standing together. I think that's what got us here today. Let's look forward from here instead of spending time wondering why things happened. Let us look at today as the beginning, as the starting point of what is to come, as a day we remain hopeful for a better tomorrow. For me, today feels like we are just a little bit closer to what we know as normal. But today is a day when we are also ready to move forward. Today is a day that we get excited about the road that lies ahead and what we will encounter. I truly believe that we are all ready and well equipped to face any challenge that comes our way. And I'm not just talking about the class of 2021. What we have endured in the last year and a half has made us stronger. Seniors, as you head out into the world, remember that every experience is a moment of learning. Take those lessons and apply them to your everyday life. I'd like you to take some of these words of advice with you as well. Words that I have shared with my own son, who is also a member of the class of 2021. Please be safe, and please, 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 please make good decisions. Each decision you make is important. Please be kind to each other, and please be true to yourself. Please accept others for whom they are. Like you, everyone is trying to find their place in the world. Please know that nothing comes easy, so find your passion, work hard, stay focused on your goals, and success will follow. The world is out there for your taking, so dream big and believe you could do anything, and you will. I'm expecting huge things from each of you, and when it happens, please come back and let us know. To our parents and guardians, I guess this would be a good time to apologize for interrupting your dinner on a regular basis with my phone calls. Sorry. I just wanted us to stay connected and be the family that we are. But in all seriousness, I want to thank you for working closely with us to prepare your children for the future and for trusting us to provide them with the best educational experience. We are a team, school and family, and we are very fortunate that we have forged great relationships with our families, and we have an amazing staff that really cares about your children. They have worked extremely hard to support them through their high school journey, and I am grateful to have them by my side through good and bad times. As they say, it takes a village, and there is no other village like the Dorp family. So let's move from the seriousness of my message so we can have a little fun. In keeping with a tradition that I started in 1999, my very first graduation, 23 years ago, I have chosen a book that I believe carries an important message for this year's senior class. Year after year, students have helped me deliver the message. It's a special book for each of the specific classes as they graduate, and this year is no exception, even with 8 separate graduation ceremonies. This year's book is entitled What the Road Said by Cleo Wade. The author shares the following. I wrote this book in hopes that the road can be a friend through every stage of your journey. I hope you will allow it to live with you in a world as a hug on your good days and also on the days where you might feel alone or scared or confused by a big question. I wrote these words to encourage you, love you, and help you on your path to becoming who you are. You are important, you are here for a purpose, and you deserve to be a leader of your life. Class of 2021, I really think that this book is for you. It's probably one of my top 2 favorites of 23 years. So sit back and enjoy the message that Jacob, Thomas, and myself will share with you. What the Road Said. Have you ever wanted to go in a different direction? Have you ever wondered if there was something more, something out there, something just different? I did too. Then one day I was walking my usual way home when out of nowhere, for no reason at all, almost as if it were magic, a road appeared. I could not believe my eyes, so I walked over to it and...
I said to the road, "Where do you lead?" The road said, "Be a leader and find out."
How do I start? I asked. The road smiled and said, "You already have." "Well, what happens when I get there?" "We have just begun," said the road. "Do not skip straight to the ending. Enjoy the beginning and the middle too."
Which way do I go? The choice is for you to make, said the road. But what if I go the wrong way? The road curved a little, almost as if it was giving me a hug, and said, "Do not worry. Sometimes we go the wrong way on our way to the right way."
"What if I get scared?" "That is okay. You are brave," said the road. "But what does it mean to be brave?" I asked. The road guided me through a very gloomy forest. Even though I was frightened, I trusted the road, and as I took one step, and then another step, another after that, the road gently whispered, "Being brave is when you are afraid of doing something, but you do it anyway. Do not let what scares you keep you from continuing on your path."
"Will I always move forward?" "Not always," said the road. "Why not?" "Because sometimes you will stumble backwards and sometimes you will stand still." "What if I fall?" "Everyone falls at some point," said the road. "But I will always be there when you land."
What if I get lost? There may be some days that feel long and dark, said the road. But I promise that no matter what, I will give you the evening stars and the morning sun to light your way. What if I grow weary or I get hurt? I will give you the trees of all sizes and shapes to shelter you when you need rest and to heal, said the road.
"What if I get lonely?" "You are never alone," said the road.
"What if I change?" "Come with me," said the road. And as I moved forward, the road introduced me to a caterpillar and a family of seeds.
We did not stay long. The road began taking me on a journey through the seasons. I watched summer turn to fall and fall turn to winter. And as spring was upon us, I realized we had gone in one big, beautiful circle. I looked down and I found that I was standing in front of the caterpillar and the seeds once more. Only the caterpillar was no longer a caterpillar, and the seeds had turned to flowers of every color swaying in the sun. The road then raised up and said, all things grow and change. That is the magic of being alive. You too will find your wings. You too will bloom. No living thing is meant to stay the same.
What if I need help on my journey? Ask your fellow travelers along the way. What if they're mean to me? Lead them to kindness, said the road. How? By being kind.
"What if they want to fight?" "Lead them to peace," said the road. "But how do I lead them to peace?" "By listening to their stories, telling them yours, and reminding them that you are all on this journey together." "What if the world around us is filled with hate?" "Lead it to love." "How?" "By sharing the power of your love with it," said the road.
What if something unexpected happens? Keep going. What if there are mountains that feel too tall to climb? What if there are rivers that feel too wide to cross? What if I get my heart broken? What if I feel stuck? What if giving up is easier? Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, said the road.
"What if I can't do it?" "You can," said the road. "How do you know?" "Because you have come this far," said the road.
I said to the road, "Where do you lead?" The road said,
Be
"Be a leader and find out." Class of 2021, meet the road head on. Be a leader and carve out a road that will lead you to success. Congratulations, best wishes, and be safe on your journey. From my heart, I wish you a lifetime filled with health, happiness, love, and much success. Congratulations.
Ms. DeAngelis? It is with great pleasure that I now present to you the graduating class of 2021. Members, you can clap for that. Members of the Guidance Department have certified that the young women and men before you have met all of the coursework and the examination requirements for a high school diploma set forth by the New York State Board of Regents and the New York City Department of Education.
Will the members of the Math and Science Institute, under the direction of Assistant Principal Liliana Vendra and Guidance Counselor Danielle Collins, please rise and accept your diplomas?
Jaylene Cepeda. Veronica Sparaccio. Dario Rosado. Samuel Tandalishvili. Jad Ibrahim. Marek Roman. Isaac Bakshia. Jack Pisone. Salvatore Tassoni. Fiona Shaba. Rochelle Good. Deanna Kovacevic. Daniel Alinsky. Benjamin Katz. Timur Husinov. Dina Ackman. Sanela Salida. Anna Masler. Maria Stupakis. Samantha Bernardez. Maya Aviles. Jessica Prentice. Alexis Kishnook. Janelle Palmer.
Oh, okay.
Dua Gill. Andrea Shaturko. Artemis Dortito. Beasley Martinez. Nicole Kukla. Emily Wagner. Bukaria Duca. Giovanna Schrecker. Isabella Jablonska. Michaela Murphy. Jennifer Chen. Christina Calandrella. Alif Ismail. Maria Maximus. Veronica Sorial. Allison Cherkasov. Lior Mizrahi. Samuel Goldberg. Daniel Miskovsky. Elizabeth Grafer. Gabriella Vasco. Natalia Camille. Isabella Wagner. Thomas Swanson. Jacob Chin. Alexei Yuryshchenko. Patrick Taverner. Dominic Bach. Crystal Tang. Mariana Salazar Flores. Angela Hatsari. Mariam Ahmed. Fatah Kocher. Emil Hidalgo. Russell Rakimov. Gabriela Lopez. Diana Karabish. Victoria Wojcik. Iveta Zagorin. Serena Vo. Tegan Ka. Bethany Wong. Raymond Chen. Bert Lee. Qinghao Chen. Matthew Mastrangelo. Tiago Wu. Peter Sacido. Mark Chencombe. Sylvia Tabor. Elsa Muyai. Nicole Moscaso Atiencia. Nicholas Cordova Laura. Carissa Brathwaite. Fanny Osario. Hafsa Nasir. Divine Grace Drone. Joseph Wiskovich. Yurong Tang. Isabel Sverdlov. Sasha Samsonovich. Marie Leopold Hook. Elizabeth Raithman. Monica Stapor. Congratulations!
If I could ask everyone to rise, please. Repeat after me. With gratitude to my school, with pride in my city, with devotion to my country, I pledge to cherish the traditions of New Dorp High School, to strive to fulfill my individual potential, and to improve my community, my city, and my country. With the powers vested in me by the New York State Board of Regents and the City of New York, I now declare you graduates of New Dorp High School. You may move your tassels from right to left. Congratulations. You can also toss your caps. I know you put a lot of time into them, so you might want to pick them back up.